How much baggage are you carrying around, and is it time to drop it off? I've got a rock in my hand. I've had several 100,000 of these in my hand over the last 12 months. I built an amazing rock garden at my home. But only some of those rocks have added value to my life, because the only ones that make me stronger, better, wiser, tougher are the ones that overload my muscles and bones. This one hasn't. I can move 100,000 of these rocks and it really won't add too much value to my life because it's not overloading my muscles. The interesting thing about this little tiny rock though, if I carry it around for a long time, it would probably get really heavy. And the analogy I'm using is the baggage that we carry around, even the little things, the seeds of doubt, the tiny seeds of doubt, the feelings of guilt, the feelings of regret, I could have, should have, would have. We carry them around and they might not be very heavy today, but if I carry this rock with me and I hold it in my hand and I walk for a kilometre and I carry it around with me for the day, it's going to start feeling very, very heavy and it's going to affect my life. Now, my body will probably adapt and get stronger, but it's going to go through some pain while I carry just this tiny little rock around. And I'm sharing that with you because I think life is too short to carry around extra baggage of guilt, of regret, of I could have, should have, would have. We either did or we didn't. So if we didn't and we wanted to, why don't we just go and do rather than feeling guilty about it? If you've done something, I think guilt's an awesome thing. People think it's a negative emotion. I think it's awesome because guilt says I shouldn't have done that, so don't do it again. But rather than carry it around, I shouldn't have, what about just learn from the mistake, learn from whatever you shouldn't have done, and don't do it again. And the reason I'm so passionate about that is I work with every single day so many people who are carrying around rubbish, baggage, silly pieces of rubbish from a long time ago. Now, I'll give you a really sad story, and this is how it can affect your life. A lot of my work has been with, as an exercise professional, has been with young teenage girls with eating challenges. So girls who have been labelled as anorexics or bulimics or exercise bulimics or obese girls. And I've had contracts with private hospitals to train them, particularly because they're physically unhealthy, but a lot of really good psychologists and psychiatrists understand the connection between the body and the brain, and that muscles send great messages to the brain to make the brain healthy if you overload your muscles. And if you have a healthy, fit, strong body physically, you're more likely to have a mentally healthy body. So I've done a lot of work with people that have got challenges with the way they feel about themselves, and it reveals itself in their relationship with food. Now, the worst example of that was a young girl. I went to train her in the private hospital that I was contracted to. And she seemed very, very down that day. Now, never very happy, but a little bit down that day. I'm going to get rid of this silly piece of baggage because why would you carry around baggage? So I asked her how she was and what was going on. And she shared with me that she had 1 year ago eaten a piece of cake. And she still felt really guilty after 365 days. She still felt guilty that she'd eaten a piece of cake. She hadn't been able to offload that piece of baggage. I don't wish that for anybody. I can't change what I did yesterday, neither can you. I can't change what I did a minute ago, neither can you. So we can't fix it or change it. All we can do is learn from it and get better because of it. So whatever baggage you're carrying around, whatever silly little rock that isn't adding value to your life, the big rocks, the big challenges, the ones that we overcome. So the big rocks in my garden that I've moved in the last 12 months, they've made me fitter and stronger and tougher, and I've got less chance of osteoporosis, and I've got strong muscles, strong bones, strong brains, all of that because of the big rocks that I've lifted. The little rocks haven't added too much value, they just look pretty. Well, the little rocks that we carry around, the little pieces of rubbish, they don't make us look pretty. They don't add value to our life. They just take away from everything that could add value to our life. So don't carry around anything that isn't going to add value. Only put stuff into your life that will make you tougher, stronger, better, wiser. And even the mistakes that we make and the tough times that we have and the horrible people in our life and the stupid things that people do, they can all add massive value if we allow them to. They can upset us and we can carry them around as baggage, but isn't that interesting? That's a choice. We get to choose how we react or respond to everything. We can react, or we can respond. We can respond by getting better, stronger, wiser, and making our life even better every single day because of everything that happens to us. So drop off the baggage and live your life to the max. Super duper doo, how are you? Please live your life to the max. Woohoo!